Hello and welcome to WOW's Operation Replays. This is Lord Holland, and we have DeathWing here in his Schors. Now, he just recently got the Schors from the Bagration, and I unfortunately didn't, play or have any of his reviews on. I'm terribly sorry, DeathWing. I just didn't think about it at all. But he's got a pretty good team. Bismarck, W New Mexico, Bagration, Flint, and a Farragut. So we got 3 tier 6s, a 7, and 2 tier 7s, and 2 tier 8s. So that's... the low tiers are really, in control of this battle. So we'll see how he does.
Attention engineer, restore the carrier to operational condition. Attention arsenal and aviator. Deliver ammunition and resupply the Rutgers air group. Over.
Of course, like most ships. So, Schors is very interesting. It's armed with a 152mm gun. So, Schors, Bagration, and Chappie, they all fall on the light cruiser designation line. So, Schors, I honestly had a very hard time with that ship.
All stations.
I got Citadel, so I honestly 3 XP passed it and went to the Chappie, which I love. Now, who's going after the CV? Oh! That's an interesting one, because we can see in the chat, Fukabala, in the Bismarck is going to go for the CV. Okay, well, let's see how that turns out. We're going to be watching that one very closely. Now, he does pick up the
enemy cruiser foundered.
Ayoba. The Bismarck picks up the Kyriatsu. Let's see who dies to the Mr. Fuso. You got 2 squishy cruisers here, Flint and Schors. Let's see which one he shoots at. Oh, looks like it's Mr. Flint. How much damage is Mr. Oh! Mr. Flint took a lot of damage. I think Mr. Flint could be dead. He looks like he evaded the torps. But if he survives this, he's going to be out of action for like 2/3 of the match to get his health back. So, Mr. Flint is basically rendered himself out of action, which is unfortunate, because they could really use that Flint. Now, they do pick up like 3 ships in 1 minute, which is really great. I don't know why he's telling... Oh, apparently DeathWing is detected, so the cruisers are north. But I don't know how much damage that New Mexico took. Yeah, he's hard detected now. And Schors is very lightly armored, so he'll take pretty good HE damage. Now the Bagration should have a really fun time with this. His AP is just going to smack the Ayoba and every cruiser up here. If he uses AP, of course. Well, let's look at the health. Something just hit the Ayoba, for sure. Now, Bagration is in an odd spot. He can't really utilize his AP from there, so... Looks like he did use AP on that Ayoba, but it is an Ayoba, folks. That thing does die. Let's see how he does on the Mogami. I would have AP loaded if I was DeathWing, because that Mogami is going to go broadside. Let's see if he switches to AP now. Now, Mogami is looking at him. Come on, switch. Yep, there's the AP switch.
Raptor, Task Force Commander here.
Bagration tries to get some AP salvos and misses. Ooh, really nice. 5 citadels, 14,000 plus. That's like 20,000 almost.
The ship is on fire.
And he picks up that kill. He's up to 60,000 damage now. Ooh, and there's torps coming.
Destroy. It's crucial.
But he misses all those. Thank God he misses those.
Attention, squadron commander.
DCP's the fire, so he doesn't get AP salvoed. Shooting AP. Very smart.
Seek and destroy.
Problem
Now, a
solved,
Farragut actually trying to engage. The Mayoko. Something just hit the at Mayoko. I think that was the Bagration. He gets Citadel there. Nice 6K. That's the interesting thing, is that yes, you can get that Citadel, but following it up and getting that other Citadel to get it, it's like it doesn't want to give you it. And unfortunately, the light cruisers have somewhat floaty shells. Especially Chappie and Bajoni and all those have very floaty shells, so they're not like Bagrations, where he'll have
Stay close.
Kronstadt,
Destroyed an enemy cruiser.
basically velocity. So that's unfortunate, but he does pick up the kill, and he's up to 80,000 damage. 78, but we're rounded up to 80,000 just for the sake of purposes. But he's doing really well so far. Now he is detected by the DDs. And the Bagration is saying, yep, they're there. Oh, I didn't turn this on for DeathWing, so we can see his Hydro. He hasn't popped any Hydro. He gets 4 km Hydro, so he's going to probably be using that very soon now.
All stations. Fire on the target.
He's getting really nice damage on the CD. But, like I said, Schors is very lightly armored. He is at half health now. Or almost at half health. And these DDs do hit pretty hard. When you have no armor like Schors, it's going to hurt. But he is going to pick up that DD at full. Nope, just misses it. Now he doesn't have to worry about torps just yet. He does pop his Hydro. But the Bismarck, as we've been looking at him, he's taken care of the Shiriatsu and the Aoba, but he's damaged the carrier. And now that carrier is just running towards the 10 line now. So that Bismarck's out of the action for the rest of this match, and it's gonna be a North spawn. It's gonna be an A1 spawn. I can already look at it and tell it's gonna be A1. And I don't know if there's any cruisers north to help. I know the Flint. Okay, the Flint is still up there, so he can protect the CV. So we'll see how this goes. Yep, A1.
Raptor, Task Force Commander here. Transmitting rendezvous point. Do you copy? This is Raptor. Roger.
Now the carrier is going to come back around on that island at D2. So they don't have to worry about the carrier because he'll pass near DeathWing. Okay, so Bismarck finally picks up the Shikaku.
That was a great battle.
But he's totally out of action. Unless the cruisers of the Pain Train spawn south, there's not much he can do. But we'll see if the cruiser spawn at B7 or if it's going to be battleships. But Mr. DeathWing is hammering this Mayoko with AP. And New Mexico steals it.
This is Raptor. is ready for duty. Over.
There's this carrier coming back in. But look at the Flint. The Flint is leaving. Yep, they are going after that carrier. And Mr. CV is, well, he's unprotected. Okay, it is the pain train coming in, folks. So that's great. That's good for the Bismarck. Oh, Torp's coming in on Deathwing. You're gonna miss those Torps. And he misses the Torps. Doesn't look like there's no cruisers at B7, so that's a very lucky break. Very lucky break right there. So the pain train, but look where that Farragut's going. Yeah, he's not going to be living long against that kind of firepower. Let's see, can I see the... Yeah, Farragut, half health. Yeah, he's going down. He might take some ships with him, though. Looks like he's going to take the Azuma with him. Yeah, 2 Torps. Not much of a kill. So that was a very bad drop from the Farragut. So that's unfortunate. How's Mr. Bismarck doing? Bismarck's hammering that Furtaka. I think Bismarck's... Oh yeah, Bismarck's at like a third of his health. Probably even lower. Actually, he's below a third. So, if the Azuma or anything looks at him, it's not going to be pretty. And Deathwing's paying for not having that heal, having that extra health now. So he can only farm from a distance. So we'll probably see the Bagration AP come into effect and just start slapping these cruisers. And we'll possibly see Bismarck go down. But there is no Yep, the Bagration picks up the Uhagi. Yeah, Bagration is just going to wreck these cruisers. He's going to get a lot of damage off these cruisers. There's the AP. He doesn't get any good AP salvos. That's unfortunate for him. Something hit the Azuma. He's getting fired. No permanent fire, though. Yep, Bismarck is going down. Bismarck's down to Aoba Torps. Mr. Bagration does get a Citadel there. You can see it. So who's going to get the Azuma? Oh, Bagration gets the Azuma. Now they still have to outrun the CD2 at that point. Hopefully then New Mexico goes north. Bagration picks up the Furataka. Bagration can pretty much one-shot this cruiser once it comes around the corner. We'll see what happens. Oh, Flint shooting AP, and New Mexico was. Should see some AP salvos coming in right there. There was Bagration AP. And Deathwing picks up that kill. 22 Citadels, 11 fires, 189,000 damage. Very respectable damage for Schors. And he's still alive. At this point, there's pretty much nothing you can do. There will be cruisers spawning at D1 and D3. And Mr. Bagration says Bagration equals shit ship until ops, 14 Citadel so far. It wasn't a shit ship. Oh, sorry about that. But really, you know, I mean, but she wasn't a bad ship. She just really got a new life in operations. She was still good, but she was very situational in randoms. Operations gave Bagration the new lease of life she needed. It gave a lot of new old ships the life it needed.
Battle ends in 5 minutes.
Now it could do the same thing for Tier 9 and Tier 10, but we don't know if we'll see those. But, you know, he's correct. Deathwing's gone above the 200k mark now, and at this point, damage farming. But there's not much you can do. He has to damage farm. At 5,000 health, I would. I guess the other cruiser didn't spawn at D3. If that usually doesn't happen, it usually spawns where the Mayoko is, but it may not have spawned. In just general. Mexico picks up that kill. So yeah, if it doesn't, so there is that other thing. If it doesn't spawn at D3, those two cruisers will pop up on top of each other. But the spawns for 530 for these ships are, you know, they're very predictable. Usually two ships usually spawn, but one spawns, usually the other one's gonna follow after. So, but the carrier is taking shots. It did take some HE damage right there, but it isn't looking. Unfortunately, Bagration's here. Can Bagration just delete it? He is basically broadside to that cruiser. I don't see Bagration AD coming in. That was HE, I think. There's some AP, but I don't think that was Bagration. I don't think that was New Mexico's. But 230,000 for a Schors, very respectable and really great. 172 from Bagration, it's pretty good too.